Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me on today, and welcome back as we continue our series on the impact of social media on mental health. Now, if you joined the last episode, you know that we explored how really excessive social media can heighten anxiety and stress in our lives. And guess what? Sometimes block our creative streams, right? Our creativity. And so we want to continue to look at what we need to do, because this is important, what we need to do to really be free, right? We all, especially if you're watching, are on social media, many of us, right? We're looking at different things on social media on a regular basis. And so what I want to make sure that we're doing as wealth warriors is ensuring that we are using this tool for our best interests, whether it's to make money or to keep up with, friends and family, whatever the reason, and not get bogged down in possibly impacting our wealth, right? Because your wealth is your creativity, right? Wealth comes from the inside, meaning it comes from that creative thinking, that innovative thinking. And so we need to continue to make sure that that stream is flowing correctly. So as we continue today, did I introduce myself? I'm Deb Howard, your abundant life coach. Again, thanks for joining me on today. So you might have heard the phrase, and because I want to talk about this a little bit, because I feel like that I've had some of these feelings. All right. I mean, hey, let's be transparent about all these things. I've definitely felt in the past that, and maybe in the not so far past, right, that I've experienced some of these feelings. And you might have heard the phrase compare and despair. It's that feeling you get when you see someone's maybe highlight reel or a post on social media. It's perfect, right? Maybe they're on vacation. It's the perfect vacation photos at some exotic place, probably a place that you've always wanted to go yourself, right? They have glowing skin. Their outfit is, just the bomb, right? Just amazing. They look amazing. And you start measuring your own life against these curated photos. Yeah. Curated, I said it, because let's face it, it has become a universal experience in our digital age right now that we post pictures are posts, whether it's on Instagram or TikTok, YouTube, wherever you are, right? It's easy to wonder when you look at these perfected photos, am I enough? What am I doing wrong? Right? When you see what appears to be everyone else's perfect life. And in reality, because this is a reality check, in reality, most of us aren't trying to deceive others with these posts, right? Even when you make your post, you're not trying to deceive anybody. You're just sharing the moment. That's all we're doing. We're sharing our best moments. But as consumers, right, as those, when we're in the other seat, right, when we're looking at these photos, many times we're looking at someone's, the best 5%, maybe even the best 1% of their life. Yes, right. We're talking about a snapshot of time, right? We're not seeing how they're living every day. When people see your posts, they're not seeing how you live every day. But yet our minds can sometimes cause us to go off into that comparing zone, right? Wondering, what am I doing wrong? And listen, it may not be vacation pictures. Those of us who are in business, that's why I said, sometimes I think I might have these feelings too, because I'll look at other business owners, entrepreneurs online that have similar businesses. And yeah, I'll sometimes think the same thing, y'all. What am I doing wrong? Why don't I have 90,000 followers yet? Or whatever the number, right? And so I really want us, and I know that there's danger in that, because when we start questioning our self-esteem, when we start doubting who we are, that's our confidence, right? And our confidence is really going to be the motivator as far as us continuing to move in a direction that we need to move. So we have to keep our confidence. We don't want to let someone's 1% or 5% snapshot of their life cause us to change our whole lives. So why is this so important for us to recognize? Well, number one, many of us, let's face it, many of us rely on likes, comments, or shares for validation. Yes. So when we don't get that, sometimes we take it personally, right? We take it as I'm not good enough, right? We're back to I am not enough. A high number signals approval, while fewer than expected might trigger a dip in our self-esteem. So I want us to be aware of that, right? Because we're going to talk about some things that we can do to combat those things, but we have to be aware. Am I finding or am I looking for validation through likes? Fear of missing out, you already know. When we see friends at events or traveling or doing whatever, right? Having their, maybe they're having their workshops and classes and they got 95,000 likes and et cetera, right? We start wondering, why am I not doing that? Why am I not doing something exciting? Why am I not on vacation? Why am I not doing a class or a workshop or a conference or something? Oh man, they're doing all the things, right? Because we fear missing out when we see those pictures, right? Whether we fear missing out with them, or whether we fear missing it in our own lives. And then we compare our behind the scenes, right? Our life, because we're looking at the phone or we're looking at, whatever we're looking at, the tablet. And maybe we just got back from work, right? We're dealing with all our household chores, the kids, whatever it is you're dealing with. And you see someone else's reel and you're like, oh, they're having so much fun. Listen, I want you to remember that's not fair or accurate. And it's a surefire recipe for eroding your own self-esteem. Because remember, you're only seeing a snapshot in time. You're not seeing all the things that they're going through or that they're dealing with in their own lives. And so let's talk about just a quick example. So you just got home from work and you're feeling tired, right? Open up Instagram or maybe TikTok and you see a friend posting about an incredible vacation. Another friend shares a workout selfie. Someone else shows off a recent big achievement, a new award they're getting or something. Immediately, your mind goes into overdrive. Here I am, stuck at home. I haven't worked out in weeks, and I'll never measure up to what people are doing out there, what my friends are doing. And before you know it, your own self-worth, you're already doubting your own self-worth, your own self-esteem. Now listen, there are many studies that connect frequent social media use to lower self-esteem. And I want you to really take that in because again, we want to be aware. When you start having those feelings, you want to be aware what's happening. You want to remind yourself, hey, I'm looking at a snapshot in time right here. Hey, this is about, this is the best part of their day, right? Or the best part of their week, whatever, right? They're giving you the best because who wants to put the worst out? Nobody's going to do that, okay? So they're giving you the best and there's nothing wrong with it. But what you have to remember is that that's what's happening and not compare your whole life to that snapshot, your whole day to that picture, right? You want to remember that, listen, they're giving me the best and I am the best. How about that? Turn that thing around. I am the best. I am good. I have high self-worth. I value myself. I love myself, right? Sometimes we have to do those things. All right. So we want to make sure that we are doing that and being consistent in not measuring ourselves by these digital yardsticks that other people are laying out for us, that other people are trying to tell us this is the way you need to go. Listen, as an entrepreneur, one of the things, and you might deal with this too, is seeing people online constantly talking about all the money that they're making. Okay. We're doing this, we're doing that, da, 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 da. Right. And remember, it's a snapshot in time. Not saying they're not making all that money, but hey, y'all, let's just be real with some things, right? It is a snapshot in time. All right. So what are some strategies that we can practice? Well, we already talked about in the last episode that we want to practice a digital mindfulness, right? We want to, if possible, limit our daily exposure. If you are having these feelings, if you are catching yourselves questioning your own self-worth or self-esteem, then you definitely want to consider limiting that time, right? Maybe 30 minutes, whatever, a day or in the morning or whenever, right? And then you want to make sure that you're curating your own feed. People, and it might not be bad posts. It's nothing wrong with unfollowing or muting people for a while until you deal with whatever you need to deal with. I also want you to do is when you catch yourself thinking negatively, remind yourself again that social media is curated, which means it's a setup, right? It's planned, right? This is a photo shoot, right? Whether it's with a professional or themselves doing selfies, it is curated, right? So don't compare your whole life to that snapshot in time, to this curated shot, right? Yes, they made sure their makeup was perfect. Yes, he made sure he had the best lineup. Yes, all of that, right? It is curated. So you want to celebrate your wins, celebrate your small wins every day. Because listen, because we're so active, many of us are so active on social media, this thing can come upon us sometimes unaware. So we have to, that's why I'm bringing this up, because I want us to be aware. I want us to remember that, okay, yes, this was a snapshot in time. Yes, I have some wins too, right? I went to work. That's a win. I'm back home. That's a win. The kids, got off to school. They're making good grade, whatever it is. My house is clean. Find the small wins. And then this is the most important thing, because I think this is probably what's missing. Establish more face-to-face interactions, y'all. Listen, get out the house. I'm telling myself that too, because y'all, I can be, y'all know I'm a little bit of an introvert. So yes, I can be in the house. I want you to get out the house. Spend some time with family, with friends. Get out and do something with real people, right? I know that we can be entertained for hours on social media, but I want you to get out and have some interactions with humans. Not that people online are human, Lord have mercy, but real people, right? In person, right? That can provide you genuine feedback, right? That can boost your self-esteem in ways that likes never can. Listen, that can hug on you and love on you and have a true conversation with you and share and be vulnerable with each other. Listen, we need those face-to-face interactions. So while social media is great, we also want to make sure that we're curating a space for ourselves also that includes interacting on a regular basis, right? And sometimes you have to be intentional about this. Listen, as an introvert, I can tell you it's very easy now, more easy than ever, to stay at home. Can I say that? It's easy. It's easy for me. I don't know about y'all. It is easy for me to stay at home. It is so easy for me to stay at home that sometimes I got to remind myself that I'm at home because I have all the conveniences at home. So listen, I want you to get out. As I'm telling myself to get out, find some people to interact with, find you some hobbies to go do, get out the house, find some activities, go take a walk, cook, paint, garden. I don't know what you do. Go do something, right? Because I think that's going to help us, right? Make sure that we are ensuring that we are protecting our self-worth, protecting our self-esteem, and still being able to enjoy social media in a way that doesn't block our creativity and cause us to miss out on what God is trying to do in our life. Because, hey, that's the thing right there. Listen, your wealth is going to come through your creativity, through your thinking, right? That's where it's going to come from. So I need you to keep that path clear. And when we are dealing with confidence issues, with self-esteem, with self-worth issues, it's very difficult for us, even if we get the idea, to pursue the idea because we don't have confidence in ourselves to accomplish it. That's really why I'm doing this series because this is something that impacts us all. Because if you're watching this, you're on social media. Okay. So I really want you to take that in. I really want you to ensure that you're protecting yourself while you are scrolling. Listen, thank you for joining me on today. I am so excited about this conversation. As you can tell, I feel like we can just go on and on with it, but we're not going to go on and on today. Okay. So I want you to continue to think about some of the things that we've been talking about. I want you to continue to explore ways to really protect yourself. And next time, we're going to explore how social media influences relationships and personal connections. There's a lot we can talk about with social media, but I'm telling you, this is going to be the last one. It's just this week. So until then, remember, use those platforms mindfully. Curate your digital space and treat yourself with compassion. I'm Deb Howard, your Abundant Life coach, and I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. And until then, you already know what I'm going to say. Go have your most abundant day.